coming in with 30 goals on the year as well. Meantime, on the other side of the ledger for Hillsborough, as we get set for round 2 of the
all players
light
to
show,
the respective goal lines.
Which means I better start reading things before they shut the lights down.
Welcome to the Ice Vault and the New Jersey Devils NJSIA
Hillsborough, as we get set for the lineups to be introduced. By the way, if you are listening to this and you are not inside of the Ice Vault, you're listening on FastHockey.com.
This game is between the Montgomery Cougars versus the Hillsborough Raiders. Lineups for the Hillsborough Raiders. Number 3, Craig Ismaili.
I believe the national anthem as well.
Number 5, Chris DiGirolamo. Number 8, Brett Seacrest.
Coming out.
Number 9, Colton Fodish. Number 11, Kyle Powers.
Chris DiGirolamo.
Number 13, Kyle Burke.
Coming out towards center to the
Number 14, Jeff Killian.
So far.
Number 15, Bradley Powers.
They have split.
Number 16,
this one,
Joe
of course, the rubber game of the set. This one,
number 25, Phil Dunbar.
And you can hear it in the
number
crowd
34,
already.
Frank Neapolitano. And number 35, Danny Garr. Your starting lineup for the Hillsborough Raiders. Number 4,
Randolph,
Mike Levy.
Ridge.
Number 12, Danny Conquista.
Westfield.
Number 19, Nick Beerworth.
Which will be taking place
Number 21, Alex Vital. Number 29, Alex Wisna. And your goalie for the Hillsborough Raiders, number 30, Bobby Palzer. Montgomery's lineup.
Valley against Morris Knowles. That would be the first game.
Number 2, Stephen Krafik.
Semifinals.
Number 3, Liam Sullivan.
Next Tuesday afternoon.
Number 6, Chris DeMarco.
At 8 p.m.
Number 7, Joe Lamb. Number 9, Lewis Mason. Number 10, Ryan Lee. Number 11, Eric Petinoff. Number 16, EJ Leppert. Number 17, Brian Manikian. Number 20, Max Berletti.
Definitely a little more lively
than Number 32, Jesse
Negron.
Not
to take anything away from
Number 35, Luke Esposito.
Ridge,
Number 44, Connor Healy.
Fans for both schools.
Number 40, David Starkman.
For the evening contest.
And your starting lineup for the Montgomery Cougars. Number 8, Kevin Waneke. Number 13, Patrick Yuan. Number 21, Brian Papson.
Coming out.
Number 24, Connor Fox. Number 26, Jeff Garinger. And your goalie for the Montgomery Cougars, number 33, Zach Schiavo.
And Zach Schiavo playing goal for Montgomery. Hillsborough has Bobby Palzer playing goal. All the players were standing out there waiting to see if we were playing the national anthem. I think there was a decision made that since the prior game had the national anthem that there would not be one for this game. But getting back to the statistics, for Hillsborough, their big line is going to be Segrist, Ishmaeli, Vitali, Conquista, and Laniv. Alex Vitali leading the way with 23 goals for the team. And coming out for the face-off, Danny Conquista, Vitali, and Laniv for Hillsborough. And starting off for Montgomery, Wanke, Garinger, and Papson. And we're underway for the last game of the triple-header today. Hillsborough against Montgomery. Hillsborough in the red, Montgomery in the white. And a quick shot off of the rush by Laniv. That one goes wide. Puck loose in front. Laniv gets it back in the high slot. Throws it towards the net, goes off a couple of skates, and Montgomery looking to clear. They cannot. Circling back in his own end now is Garinger, and he starts up. Tries to get through 3 people, can't do it. and it's taken away by Lanieve. He dumps into the far corner as Hillsboro is actually able to change while they're in Montgomery's end. Coming in to get it now is Alex Wisna. Wisna taking behind the net. He takes a bump. Puck comes up the far boards, now loose there. Taken behind the net by Ishmaeli as they got the change. He tries to step out in front. He takes a bump. And now back behind the net, Garinger, as Montgomery has not been able to get its first line off the ice. We're already a minute into the first period. They can't get themselves out of the zone. Puck loose in the corner there. Kyle Burke on now, just on for Hillsboro. He comes out with it, throws back to the point for Wisner. Wrist one on goal that's deflected in front, chased down by Ishmaeli. Back to the point for Bowers. He loses control and the puck's knocked down, and now a penalty coming up as he tried to keep Wanke away from it. And now Bowers will go off for the trip, and there's a large bit of irony for Hillsboro. They actually kept Montgomery hemmed in for basically the first 90 seconds of the game, and then the first time the puck comes out, they get a penalty. So it's going to be Bradley Bowers going off for the trip. Time of the penalty is 1:28 of the first period. Now off the draw, puck controlled by Montgomery. A slapper from Lucas Esposito, who is a forward but works on the defense on the power play, is caught by Palzer, and he hangs on. Now off the face-off, puck controlled by Hillsboro. They try to clear, cannot. Comes back to Esposito. Esposito throws it one softly into the slot, comes all the way through the Palzer, and he hangs on to it for another face-off. Just underway, 13-17 left in the first period. We already have our first penalty. And now off the face-off comes back to Wong. Over to Esposito. It's deflected. It goes wide. Puck comes up the far board. Taken by Wanke. Throws behind the net for Connor Healy on the ice. Around the boards for Garinger. Garinger being watched there by Conquista. Garinger holding against the boards. Now throws high slot for Esposito. He winds and shoots. Kick save by Palzer. Puck comes to the near corner. Taken there by Garinger. Side of the net for Healy. Healy back for Garinger. Minute 20 left on the power play. Garinger now out to the point. Top high slot for Esposito. Back for Garinger. Throws in front, looking there for, that was Wanke. He was knocked down by Beerworth, but Wanke recovers. Back for Esposito. Over for Garinger. Rips one that's stopped by Palzer, and it's chased down by Lanieve, and it all the way out of and he throws it all the way out of the zone. 50 seconds left on the power play for Montgomery. Holding behind his net now, and now leaving it for one of his teammates, and moving up quickly up ice is Garinger. Garinger moving it center. He drifts towards his left, towards his right, sidesteps a check, but he loses control, and the puck taken away by Beerworth, wound up the far boards, but kept in by Montgomery. Here's Wanke with it. Wanke with the screen set up in front. Out to Esposito. 25 on the power play. As now Garinger with it. He winds and shoots. It goes off the stick of Ishmaeli and high over the glass into the netting, and that'll bring about a face-off. 20 seconds left on the power play. We're just a little over 3 minutes into the first period. No score. Off the face-off, the puck is cleared out by Brett Seacrest. With 15 on the power play, Montgomery may have just one last chance to bring it all the way up as Lucas Esposito takes it and circles his own net. He's been out for the entire 2 minutes, and now he accelerates down the left wing boards, looks to sidestep a check. He can't get through the 2 men as the power play comes to an end, but Montgomery's still with it. There's Fox, throws one in front, comes to Esposito, he shoots, he scores! Just as the power play ended, that was Connor Fox getting control of one at the point. He slid it in front. It came right through to Lucas Esposito. Nobody was on him. He managed to have a good couple of seconds to make a move in front. And Montgomery takes the early 1-0 lead. So now off the draw, Hillsboro coming into the zone. Puck goes behind the net, being chased down there by Steve Krafzik and Craig Ishmaeli. Now the puck comes out. Here's a Vitale
Montgomery's
throwing
goal
towards the net.
scored by number 35, Luke
As the puck is
with an
loose in
assist
the
from
far
number
corner now,
11,
his body's
Eric
coming together.
Pendenoff.
Now the puck comes side of the net. A
11:25
quick shot
into
is
the
knocked
first
away
period.
by Schiavo, and the puck goes back into the right wing corner. Bodies coming together there. A good check laid by Vitale on one of the Montgomery players, and now the puck comes out towards center ice where it's flipped back in by Bowers. Montgomery looking to come to start up. Here's Krafsic taking a bump, but the puck manages to come free for Garinger. Garinger puts one on net. That's a shoulder stop by Palzer. And now Wonky takes it and turns it back into the corner. Hillsborough looking to come out, flipped out by Jeff Killian towards center, but it's recovered by Montgomery, and they circle and regroup at center. Esposito tries to flip into the Hillsborough end, comes to Wonky. Now Wonky gets it up ahead for Fox, and he tries to dump in, but it's taken by Hillsborough. Comes back over to Montgomery. That's Eric Pendenoff dumping it in, and it's loose behind the net. His bodies come together, and actually Palzer almost got himself in trouble trying to handle that one. And the Hillsborough comes away with it, but it's knocked all the way down by Frank Napolitano, and that's going to be an icing, so the faceoff will come back into the Hillsborough end. We have the goal. It was scored by Esposito. Fox gets one of the assists. Not sure if there are any other ones around. We'll have to check on that. And off the faceoff, quick shot on goal is turned away by Palzer. And as the puck comes out of the end, a few players come together. That's Bertoletti and Kyle Burke. Max Bertoletti of Montgomery and Kyle Burke of Hillsborough. But nothing comes of that except the face-off for a deliberate offside, so it's going to come all the way back into Montgomery. And Cougars in the lead, 1-0. 9:35 left in the first period here. Cougars already with 5 shots on goal. Off the draw, comes back to the point, dumped in by Beerworth, goes behind the net, chased down there by Krafsic. Krafsic looking to keep it behind. Now they're jamming at it behind the net. Can't quite see who's got it there. But now Schiavo is the one who manages to reach out and grab hold of it, so we'll get another face-off. So Raiders with another offensive zone face-off. Conquista's line back out. He wins it clean, comes back to the point for a wrist shot that's turned away by Schiavo. Puck still behind the net now as Montgomery looks to clear it out, and they do. Skating it out towards center. Attempting to get around a check was Papson. Now he gets it up ahead. Papson into the Hillsborough zone, gets it in front, but he can't get it to anyone other than Nick Beerworth. Beerworth throws it out to center. Now he recovers as it's loose there, but it comes right to Wonky. Wonky is surrounded by 4 people. He can't get it free, and now Wonky gets it back. Wonky at center. Wonky circling at center, looking to come in across the Hillsborough line. He does, and now he's knocked down as he couldn't get away from 4 people, and the puck flipped up ahead. Powers trying to chase it down. That's Kyle Powers trying to chase it down for Hillsborough. He can't get to it, and now the puck comes back the other way. Wonky takes a hit, but he gets it towards the Hillsborough line as the puck knocked back the other way, as we see Kyle Powers take a big hit from Connor Fox at the blue line. We've got 8.5 minutes left in the first period. 1-0 Montgomery in front. Now weaving through traffic in his own end was Wong. Puck comes up the near boards. He looking for Pendenoff, who took a bump, and he loses control. Now back the other way comes Hillsborough. Jeff Killian at center. He leaves there for Frank Napolitano, who dumps it all the way in, and he actually was on his side of the red line when he did it, and they called him for the icing. So on that first goal, official scoring, Lucas Esposito from Connor Fox and Eric Pendenoff. Time of that one was 3:41. As off the face-off, thrown in front there by Connor Healy, it's sticked away, but chased down at the far boards by Bertoletti. Now it's back behind the net. Healy chases down. He takes a hit from Napolitano. Now back on it is Bertoletti. Napolitano and Healy come together again as the puck winds around to the left wing corner, and it's cleared all the way out and all the way down by Bradley Bowers, and that's going to be an icing as another face-off coming up in the Hillsborough end. So far, it seems like Montgomery has a little bit more of the jump as we come into this one. As we get set for another face-off, this one won by Hillsborough, barely by Conquista, but Montgomery ends up with it. Puck comes back to the point, wristed on net, and that one actually goes wide by Patrick Wong, kept in the far boards by Connor Fox. He comes together, a big hit as the crowd reacts over there with Alex Vitale, and now the puck comes back out to center zone. Fox with it, he dumps it in, that one going in to the left of Palzer. He leaves it there for Wisna. Wisna looking to go up the far boards, can't, it's taken away by Garinger. Garinger goes side of the net. Garinger being watched there by Wisna, tries to get it around the boards, but it's taken away, and now Conquista has it. Conquista going to circle behind his net where he has a little safety. 6:45 left in the first period. 1-0 Montgomery in the lead. Now the Raiders moving ahead as Lanive flips it down into the zone so the Raiders can change on the fly. Montgomery not able to get it cleanly out of the end, so Hillsborough comes back and just dumps it back in. They chase down behind the net. Puck comes back to the point for Napolitano. He wrists one, goes off a couple of bodies, and it's kicked away by Shiva. Now the puck loose behind the net. Still loose, now comes up along the right wing boards. Chased there by Powers. Powers loses control as the puck's twisted up the far boards, chased down there by Killian. Killian takes a hit as he gets it behind the net. And now that's DiGirolamo behind the net chasing down as well for Hillsborough. Puck comes back to the point for Bowers. He winds and shoots one and stopped in front. Rebound swept towards the net, but went too slowly, and Shivo able to brush it away. Now again, Hillsborough managing to keep control in the Montgomery end as they throw one towards the net. It's kicked away by Shivo, and now the puck loose at the far boards, cleared out by Liam Sullivan as Montgomery finally able to change on the fly, but quickly coming back is Napolitano. Napolitano in as his teammates change on the fly. He turns at the corner, looking back, tries to get it for Burke. He can't get it to him, and now the puck is flipped out by the Cougars. Chasing back on it now is Burke. Burke throws up ahead for Ishmaeli. Ishmaeli tries to get around the check from E.J. Leopard, whose name we're calling for the first time. He can't get through there as we're coming up on 5 minutes left in the period. Leopard that was Mason turning it around, trying to get up ice. He took a bump, and now the puck comes into the Montgomery zone. Chased back there by Sullivan. Sullivan taking a hit, recovered by Leopard. Leopard throws it up the boards, and it's recovered there and skated out. Moving up is Krafsic. Krafsic coming up from his defensive position. He gets it bodied off the puck by Wisna, and now Wisna turns and starts up. His pass up ahead, intended for Segrist, goes under his skates, and that gives Montgomery the puck back as a big hit at center. As knocked down there was Lucas Esposito by Nick Beerworth coming up from his defensive position, but as play continues, the puck goes back into the Montgomery zone. And a whistle, not sure what was called. I think it might have been a hand pass over in that corner. So play is called. 4:24 left in what's been a fast-moving period with lots of action so far. Montgomery Cougars in front of the Hillsborough Raiders, 1-0. Off the face-off, puck comes to Bradley Bowers. He floats one into the Montgomery end. Chased down behind the net by Montgomery, and they start up. Here's Connor Healy, throws it out towards center. Taken there by Max Bertoletti. He chips it into the zone. He comes towards it with Bradley Bowers, and coming away with it is Bowers. He throws up the foreboards, can't get it clear. Swept in front by Patrick Wong, but it goes wide. Now Bowers has it again. He throws it around behind the net. Comes from Napolitano. He throws it up along the boards for Vitale, but it's too far ahead of him, and it's sent back the other way. Now turning with it is Bowers. Bowers skating, he loses control, and now Esposito with it. He accelerates across the Hillsborough line, cuts in. Shot is a pad stop by Balzer. Bad angle shot by Esposito as he was coming in. Nice job by the defense to force him to the side. Esposito with it again as the crowd chanting Luke. The Montgomery fans chanting Luke as he spun to throw it in front. Nobody there except Bowers. As he tries to clear, he can't, but now it's sent out by Killian. puck loose at center ice, taken there by Garinger as Montgomery looks to change on the fly. Garinger looks to sidestep a check. He cannot and loses control to Killian. Puck at center again as Garinger tries to get it, and now it's just ping-ponging back and forth between both teams. It's coming up forward is Beerworth. Beerworth moves it in front, tries to get a shot on goal. And that one is gobbled up by Shivo as coming in, hunting down the rebound there. It looked like it may have been Segrist or Ishmael. Couldn't tell the number from there. But a good chance there for Hillsborough. And now face-off coming up with 2:55 left. And off the face comes to Beerworth. His shot is stopped by Shivo and he hangs on. So there will be another face-off coming up to the right of Shivo. 2:52 left in the first period. 6 shots on goal each side. Off the face-off again. This time it's won by Montgomery. Taken back behind his net is Sullivan. Comes up the far boards. Taken there by Burke. Burke comes together with Sullivan. Now the puck comes back to Wisna looking to keep in. He does. Chased down by Burke's side of the net. Comes together with both Sullivan and Krafsic. Puck comes out the far side where Bertoletti tries to chase it down. He bumps with Segrist. Bertoletti comes away. He gets bodied off the puck. Now it comes away for Ismaili. His shot goes over top of the net. Krafsic taking it for Montgomery. He looks to clear, and he does. And icing waved off as it gets past Wisna at the point. Chase down, or check that chase down now by Wisna. It got past Beerworth at the point. Now Beerworth with it. Beerworth back, coming up, throws up the board, and it comes to Esposito. Esposito side seconds the check. He actually almost hit his own man. Now Esposito moving left to right, cuts in. Bad angle shot kicked away by Palzer. Loose in front, shot kicked away. Another one is deflected off to the side, and that's gathered in by Beerworth. We're under 2 minutes left in the first period, 1:45 to be exact. 1-0 Montgomery in the lead over Hillsborough in this state quarterfinal. Now back the other way comes Segrist. He was making a rush, but he took a big bump from Connor Fox, who's had a couple of good hits so far this period. And now Hillsborough is forced to regroup as the puck comes out of the zone. Back on it is Conchista just inside the blue line. Throws one in front. It comes loose for Vitale. He can't get his stick on it. And now back the other way comes Wonky. Wonky up ahead for Fox. His shot goes wide. Puck comes up the far boards. Kept in there by Papson. Papson to Garinger. Now it's Wonky. Looks to backhand one that goes off a skate. We're 1:05 left in the first period. Now the puck moves behind the net. Now side of the net, here's Papson. Papson coming out, tries to throw one towards the front as we're under a minute left, and that one sticked away. Now Wonky has it in the high slot. Throws over to the side for Garinger. His slapper is caught by Palzer, and he hangs on. Good bit of pressure put on there by Montgomery. The Cougars getting a couple of good shots off during that possession. That leads to another face-off in the Hillsborough zone. 46.9 seconds remaining in the first period. Off the face-off, won by Hillsborough, and the Raiders move it out. Coming up towards center is Kyle Powers in along the right wing boards. He comes in against Liam Sullivan. He and Sullivan bang together. Now other players come together as the puck comes up the far boards, kept in by Beerworth, and he puts one softly towards the side of the net that just went wide. Now Killian on it with 20 seconds remaining. He loses control, and back the other way comes Esposito. Esposito trying to accelerate, can't get by Beerworth. Beerworth staying with Esposito. Esposito gets it back, and a shot towards the net by Healy is deflected, and it goes wide with 8 seconds left as now Montgomery turns it back in with 5. Beerworth is going to take it and just stand there and wait for the period to end, and that'll do it. Shots on goal in the first period for Montgomery, 8 for Hillsborough, 6 in a very fast-paced period. Your score after one, Montgomery leading on the goal by Lucas Esposito, 1:41 into the game with the assist from Connor Fox and Eric Pedenoff. The time of the goal, 1:41. So the score in this New Jersey Devils NJSIAA state quarterfinal, the last of the triple header here at the Ice Vault, Wayne, New Jersey. The Montgomery Cougars won, the Hillsborough Raiders nothing. They are going to have an ice cut now, and When they're done, we'll be back with the second period right after.